What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the tanker. Alright guys, hope everyone's having a great day. Today, as I just said, we're going to be taking a look at this guy right here, the Tanker by Rigmod. They are the ones that sent this thing along for the purpose of doing this video, so wanted to give them a huge shout out and thank you. Of course, as always, awesome to take a look at their products. So this one is made by a company called Rigmod Worldwide, basically a subsidiary of Vaping American made products. They did that because they wanted to design and develop the product in America and manufacture it in China, just to keep the cost down a little bit and make sure they can get them out to the masses. So with that, we have 4 different color options to choose from here: rainbow, black, gunmetal, and stainless steel. And the price is going to be right around the $45 mark online. And the coils come in packs of 3, and those are going to run you about 20 bucks. So if you want to pick one of these up for yourself, I'll leave links right down there in the description below. But without further ado, let's go down to the close-up view and check this thing out. Alright guys, as you can see here, we've got the tanker in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging and then we'll talk about what's inside. Well, the box is pretty plain. It's just a black box with some, make sure you throw it away sort of symbols there, and nothing else to speak of other than this logo right here on the front. But this logo does have an interesting story behind it. Basically, this is the American-made logo. It's a collaboration project between Flawless and Rigmod. However, I haven't seen anything from this company in a very long time. I'm not sure if they still went through with it or what, because from what I saw at the beginning, the tanker was going to come out from a company called American Made, but that quickly got changed to Rigmod Worldwide. I believe they actually changed the official Instagram name from American Made to Rigmod Worldwide. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of interesting that the logo is on the box. Not sure if it's still like that, to be honest with you. This is kind of, I got this a while ago, so I'm not sure if they've changed the packaging since then, but I digress. Here we go. We have the tanker itself. We have a coil that's included right there in the box. We have a drip tip. This is the standard Rigmod drip tip and an extra piece of glass. Then we have a spare coil, a 0.15 ohm spare coil as well there. So we'll take a look at that in just a second here. Let's take a look at what we get in the bottom. Well, all right. So they do lose a couple of points for having one of these kind of fold-out quick start guides. But then again, it's only just this little tiny thing here and not like a huge book or something like that. So only -5 brownie points for that. But with this one here, it's got the specs, what it includes, basically a quick start guide. How to fill it, how to take it apart, and how to clean it and everything. And then how to change a coil and adjust the airflow. That's pretty much it. So pretty darn simple for that. Again, this is American. The actual literature here uses the phrase American. So again, I'm really not sure what actually happened with that, but we get a spare baggie of parts as well. So there you go. You have a full set of O-rings for everything that's already on your tank in case something breaks down. Pretty standard stuff here. You get it with pretty much everything you buy nowadays. Alright guys, let's talk specs. First of all, it's 25mm in diameter. It has a threaded top fill system with 2 large fill ports, a 5mm maximum juice capacity. It uses the tanker coil family, which are 0.15 ohm, 50 to 180 watts, recommended 80 to 120. Cross-compatible with TFE 8 coils, dual adjustable bottom airflow with 11mm by 2mm air slots, fully closable, knurled airflow control ring for better grip, proprietary 13mm bore Delrin drip tip included, and it's stainless steel and glass construction. Alright guys, so let's go through this thing top to bottom, starting off with the drip tip. As you can see, it's the proprietary 13mm Rigmod drip tip that fits the roughnecks. Pretty standard stuff if you own a roughneck already, but for those of you that are unfamiliar, it's a very nice Delrin drip tip that fits nice and secure with the addition of this little channel on the inside here. And then you have the actual O-ring on the inside of the top cap. So it fits nice and secure, very comfortable to vape on, doesn't heat up or anything, which is just great. You can also use your standard roughneck tips as well. So I've got this Goldie roughneck tip here from DHD Jess Marie. Big shout out, love the tips. And it fits no problem. So if you already have a collection going, then you're going to be very happy with that. So Next up, we have this top cap section here. Pretty plain and simple with a little kind of outer chamfer there. Taking it off, the threads are absolutely gorgeous on this thing. Buttery smooth and soft. No complaints whatsoever there. You have an O-ring on the inside of the top cap here to prevent any leakage there. You have two very generous fill holes here. One side is good to fill it up with, and then the air can escape out the other no problem, meaning you can fill this thing in probably half the time of a TFE8, but it also has a little tiny O-ring right on the edge there. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is kind of on the clear side, so there's that. Nice wide chimney section as well, so you get the maximum amount of airflow going on inside that thing. So let's just take off this piece here. And that'll be the glass and the upper kind of chimney section. So nice sturdy glass, no complaints about that. Pretty good thickness as well. Not the thickest I've ever seen, but you know, not the thinnest either. So nice little top cap section. Again, machining very nice on this thing. Definitely top quality. Moving on to the coil. Here you can see I have used this one for a few weeks already, and you can kind of see the inside there. These are, I believe they're parallel or dual parallel. I haven't ripped one apart yet, but maybe I'll have to do a follow-up on these ones. But with that, the coils are okay. The juice inlets, in my opinion, are a little bit on the small side. I would like to have seen those a little bit bigger, but there you can see the little ohm symbol. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Got the ohm symbol, and it has the recommended wattage right there written on the coil, just like the TFE8 coils. So there you go. Taking that out, it looks very, very familiar. You know, should be pretty standard stuff if you have a TFE8 yourself. It fits those coils no problem, which are the ones that I've actually been using. But anyways, moving forward, yeah, pretty standard stuff when it comes to the coils there. Again, threads very nice. You can probably see the little copper contact in the bottom. That is your pin. I'm not sure why they didn't gold plate it, to be honest with you, because it does kind of tend to tarnish a little bit. So kind of wish they gold plated that. Not sure why they didn't do that, but there you go. You can see the O-ring down there at the bottom, and the airflow adjustment, which you can close it off completely all the way over to the right and all the way over to the left is completely closed off for the airflow. So the kind of the wide open bit is just basically in between those two. Again, not sure why they didn't put like a stopper or something when it just hits fully closed, because you do get like a bit of play with this one here. I mean, you have to go almost a full quarter turn just to get that thing open, but you can also take the airflow adjustment off, which I will actually kind of like, just because you can really get in there for a good deep cleanse and get some warm water and soap going on. Just make sure you get all that excess, you know, residue out of there. And then the bottom, pretty plain and simple. Nothing really to speak of when it comes to the bottom. No engravings, no serial numbers, no logos or anything like that. Just kind of plain and neochrome. But again, there's the bottom side of the pin, which is made of copper. Really wish they gold plated that. And there you go. That about does it for the close-ups for the tanker. Let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off today with the pros, and my first pro is that it has a nice, clean, and simple, elegant design. Now, you're not going to get something that's super duper flashy like the TFE8 or TFE12 with this one here. It's just that nice, simplistic sort of style with a little bit of knurling at the bottom. I know I got the neochrome version that looks kind of rainbowy, but other than that, it's just a down and dirty tank. Now, that's kind of the Rig Mod's MO, and they basically want function over fashion, and that's what I love about this thing. It's exactly that. My second pro today is how easy this thing is to fill. All you have to do is remove the top cap, give your dripper bottle a good squeeze, and you're on your way in a couple of seconds. With this one, you have those nice, big, generously sized filling holes at the top, which means air can escape out the other side, no problem. You're not going to get any sort of big bubbles or anything like that that kind of make it spill up over the side. No mess, no fuss, easy to do. My third pro pro today is that it fits the standard Rigmod drip tip. Now, the Rigmod did come out with their own proprietary tip, which is 13 millimeters in diameter, which is on the larger side, but I can use the tips that I already have from my other Rigmods with this one here. So if you're a Rigmod vape amp lover like I am, you're going to absolutely love the fact that they kept the bore the same with this tip here. And my fourth and final pro is that it's compatible with TFV8 coils. Now, I don't own a TFV8, nor have I had much of an interest in it. However, I've always been kind of curious about testing out their coils, and this way I can kind of get that experience without going through having one of myself. But with that, you know, if you happen to break your glass or you're really tired of using your TFV8 and you just want to continue using the coils without the device itself, well, this is the perfect pairing for that. Also, if you have a rebuildable coil head for your TFV8 that you absolutely love using, you can definitely use that in here as well. So it's kind of two birds, one stone with this one here. You have the option of using the normal TFV8 coils, you can use the rig coils, or you can do the rebuild deck if you have one of those. So moving on to the cons, I really don't have a lot to say negatively about the tank itself, but I do have a few issues with the coils. My first is that the coils that are included with this thing aren't really the best. I didn't really get a good vaping experience from them. I primed them up and let them sit in the tank of liquid for over 20 minutes. I started them off at a lower power and then worked my way up, and I still kind of got the half-dry hit no matter what. For some reason, the coils that came with this thing just did not do it for me. I have since switched over to TFV8 coils, which are working beautifully, but the coils that come with it are a little bit janky. And my only other complaint is that these coils are freaking expensive. $20 for a 3-pack of coils is definitely too rich for my blood, when you can get a 3-pack of compatible coils by Smoke for around the $12 or so mark online. These just don't do anything special for me. In fact, I prefer the performance of the Smoke TFV8 coils over the ones that are included with this one here. So personally, I won't be going after the replacement coils for this particular device. I'm going to go with Smoke instead. So at the end of the day, is this thing worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this one for review? And my answer would be yes, but only just barely. Honestly, if I had the choice between this and a nice RTA, I'd probably end up going for the RTA because I like building and I really like to be able to customize the vaping experience with it and not rely on a pre-made coil. So with this one here, I'd just say that the coils that are included with it, no go. Really don't like them all that much, but as far as using it with TFV8 coils, I give it 2 big thumbs up. You know, flavor, check, vapor, check, and that's pretty much all you need. So with this one here, definitely give it a look if you're interested, and especially for those of you that might have a TFV8 that's broken or something like that, you have a couple coils laying around, definitely give this one a shot because I think it's a worthy investment there. So with that, I'll leave links right down there in the description below for you guys if you want to check it out for yourself. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Tanker by Rigmod or anything else you guys want to discuss down there. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on!